You're listening to The Mentality Show, only on LA Talk Radio.
Vegas.
All righty, greetings. It is Wednesday. It is time. Woo! It is the LA Talk Radio. It is LA Talk Radio. We are live at LA Talk Radio.
What?
We are the Mentality Show live, and we are here in Los Angeles. Mama T messed me up. From LA Talk Radio, Facebook Live. It's been another long week, but we are here, and it is Wednesday, November 20th. That's what I meant to say. 2019. Welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being here. That's right. We are good. Everybody feeling good this week?
Feeling good?
Yes,
Yeah?
absolutely.
Everybody feeling good?
And
Everybody
I'm
had a
glad
good week?
to see you guys safely arrived here because LA people cannot drive in the rain.
LA
Yes.
people cannot drive in the rain. You are so
my
right. It is
LA
raining here in
people
Los
can't drive,
Angeles.
Period.
Yeah.
In the rain.
Period,
Rain,
right? Don't
sun,
add the rain. In
Whatever
the sun.
fuck.
It's raining here for the first time in all year pretty much, right? It hasn't rained for almost a year.
Right.
We had all that rain last year, and now we
that
get
was
our
fun.
first day of rain this year. I love it. It reminds me of back home. I love rain.
Seriously,
Yes,
I was in the
yes.
bed all day.
Oh,
Love
I can
it.
see it. I can see it in your eyes.
I saw you looking at me from across. You creep on. Creep on.
I looked there. I was like, your eyes are so sleepy.
I'm going to break those binoculars.
So we're here, and thank you all of our Mentalians out there for joining us each and every week. We love having you here. As you know, we talk about so many things on this show, and we have a lot to cover today. We have a very special guest I'll be introducing here in a second. You're probably wondering who is this extra person here sitting in the seat. If you're a fan of the show or you've seen our show before, you pretty much already know who this man is. But I'm going to introduce him officially in a second. But this is our 85th rendition of the Mentality Show, ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
Damn,
85. That's 85 episodes. That's a lot of time with y'all.
Sexy, man.
That's kind of sexy, right? Yeah. 85.
People like us. Or maybe they like you. They just tolerate us.
Well, hey, we are the number one talk radio show here at LA Talk Radio. So let's give ourselves a hand for that one, right? On Wednesdays, yes. On Wednesdays. On Wednesdays between 6 and 7. 6 and 7, right. So tonight, as I said, we have a lot to cover here. We're going to talk about generations, okay?
Generations.
So besides...
not an older guy here to do that.
That's right. We brought the perfect person. So besides the greatest generation, those born between 1920 and 1940, everybody know that's considered the greatest generation. What's the greatest generation after that? We're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to debate tonight.
Millennials.
We're going to debate exactly. We have a millennial and a baby boomer on the show tonight, and they are going to go at it and discuss who's the best. Okay, so we are going to talk about that. We have David, our millennial, and I'm going to introduce our baby boomer here in just a second. Okay, so before we begin, tonight's show is brought to you by
Loyalty Auto Group. If you want to finance or lease a top-of-the-line vehicle for the most reasonable and least expensive price in the country, trust us, folks, this is the place. Some for less than $1,000 down. So it is conveniently located in Sherman Oaks, right off the 101. You can't miss it. And if you want to give them a call, it is 818-200-0333. Or you can follow them on Instagram at Loyalty Auto Group, and our other sponsors, Valorian and Nukian, professional injury lawyers with real result. I messed up.
You fucked up.
That's what I was looking at you. I'm going to do it again. A professional injury lawyers with real results. I'm still fucking up. Anyway, results. Professional injury lawyers
That's right.
with real results.
Be your ghetto self, girl. With
Yes.
this. There you go.
A firm with justice, honor, and honesty. They are, oh my God, their success rate is 99%. Oh my
Yes,
God,
it
they
is.
win 99% of their cases,
right.
so they will not let you down. But for a free consultation, call today, 747-444-4444.
That's what's up. There you go. Bam, Tina knocked that out in one swoop. You fucked up one time. But it's okay.
I gotta work on
It's
that.
okay. We're gonna talk about that after the show. All right. So now, if you're new to the Mentality Show, or if you've never seen the show, then we must warn you that the views and opinions expressed on this show, some viewers and listeners may find offensive. Viewer discretion.
Hopefully.
Tom, you interrupted my part, sir.
Fucking baby boomers, man.
Man, these baby boomers,
They
man.
entitled. They just cut people off. Oh my
taking
God.
over, man, for next 5 more years. Y'all got about
They
5 more
earned the
years
right.
left.
They earned the right. They earned the right.
Viewer discretion, Tom. We don't give a fuck. All right, so let's get into it. So let's get into these introductions. Okay, I'm your host, Delano. All right, I have my team here of co-hosts, and let's start with the beautiful Miss Tina Lorraine. How are you this evening?
I am super awesome.
Tina Lorraine.
Yes.
I think that kind of
Like
matches
the
the weather
rain.
today. Right.
Rain.
So good to have you here. You
Thank
look good. You
you.
smell good. You smell good this
Blame
week.
it on
thank
the
Yeah, last
you.
week wasn't so,
I know. It was like a sausage party, I heard.
we didn't have you here. Yeah.
No
Sausage party.
buns. Sausage and no buns.
Sausage party,
Sorry,
right.
I couldn't be here.
We didn't get a
Swamp
chance
ass.
to hot dog. We didn't get a chance to hot dog. We didn't have our buns here, man.
Smell swamp ass everywhere.
And then I got my man, Vato V. What's happening, buddy?
What's up, Vato?
Tell the people what's up,
¿Cómo
man.
estamos, mi raza? Mucho gusto. Aquí estamos lloviendo, pero we're here.
Sir, you know this is America, right?
Por favor.
There you go. So we, got our resident man of the streets here, our heart, L.A. This guy represents L.A. so much, Mr. Vato V. Then we got Sexy Texy. What's up, buddy?
Texy.
What up, man?
How you feel, man? How was your week?
Yeah, whatever.
Hey,
Fucked up week.
Texy had a fucked up week.
week can
We're gonna
go
get into that in
bye-bye.
a second. Yeah, this wasn't his best week. And then, okay, without further without further ado is what I'm trying to say.
I like that.
All right, this young man here, he is a famous YouTube star, okay? You've seen him all over YouTube, okay? He has a viral video that's been seen by over 500 million people on the planet Earth, okay?
Dang.
It's called the Millennial Interview. It's on YouTube. This thing has gone viral, like I said, with over 500 million views. He's been an actor in LA for over 20 years with over 45 film and TV credits, okay? He does live theater. He has a current live theater production out that's coming out here in the next couple of weeks. He's the nation's top Abraham Lincoln presenter.
One of the top.
One of
That's
the top,
interesting.
okay? Please, he's a good buddy of mine. He's a good friend of the show. He's been on here several times.
Yes, he
you
is.
probably know him already. Please welcome to the show again, Mr. Tom Katsis. Please welcome. Tommy. Man, so
you,
good to
Fred.
have
Thank
you.
you very much.
Honored to be in your
And
presence.
Delano knows his body.
Tom, you've been on the show several times. We have you on for a special topic today. But let the people know a little bit about you, for those of you who aren't familiar with you, because you've been on several times. But let them know a little bit about you, what you have coming up. And, I mean, the floor is yours for the next few minutes.
Well, did you show the video yet?
We have that coming up. Would you like, as a matter of fact, we can go ahead and do that
You
now.
do,
if you
because
like.
I could really kind of piggyback on top of that and tell you what's been going on right after that. A lot of really wonderful things finally.
Roll that
Overnight
beautiful
success
bean
after
footage.
25 years.
That sounds good. Sammy, we're going to go ahead and roll that video now. This is Tom Katsis in the viral video seen by over, 1/4 of the planet Earth?
1/18th.
1/18. That goes to show you how bad
He
my math
actually
is.
did the math on it, right?
Let's go ahead and show that video. It's called the Millennial Interview. It's featuring Tom Katsis. Go ahead.
Here, too.
Amy, it says you are trained in technology. That's very good. Are you adept at Excel?
No,
PowerPoint?
no,
Publisher?
not really.
Exactly in what area of technology are you proficient?
Snapchat, Pinterest, Instagram, Vine, Twitter. You know the big ones.
I'm surprised you didn't say Facebook.
That's for old people, like my parents. That's funny.
Well, Amy, when you're working for me, you have to have those kind of research skills because I'll send you things for you to comb through and get the answers and send them to me. So for that, you got to be really good at technology.
For stuff like that, no problem. I'll just ask Siri.
You'll just ask Siri?
You know, Siri tell me this, Siri find me that. We're all good getting you the answers.
Tell Siri I want you ready to go at 8 sharp each and every morning.
I don't understand
What don't you understand?
what you just said.
You don't understand be ready to go?
No. You said 8, right?
Yes.
8 like in the morning 8?
Yes, in the morning.
Yeah. That kind of doesn't work for me. Who gets up at 8?
I do.
I Skype with my French boyfriend in Paris until like 3 in the morning. I don't even get to Starbucks until like 10, where I order my grande chai tea latte, 3 pumps, skim milk, light water, 2% foam, extra hot, but not too hot. So if it's okay, I work best in the morning at 10:45.
Wow. Amy, I don't think we're going to be a good fit.
Why are you so negative? I can sense your hostilities, and right now I am not feeling very safe. I've been here for over 5 minutes, and the only nice thing you have said to me was nice resume, which I typed all night for this meeting with you. You've given me no guidance, no validation, no encouragement, no supervision. Is there an HR director somewhere?
HR director?
Yes, I need to speak to someone. I may have to take off today as a mental health day.
Take the day off. Amy, look at me. You don't work here.
Are you firing me?
Okay, yes.
So there we have it. That is Tom, my man Katsis, with the Millennial interview. It's been seen by 500 million and 5 people here today. No, we've already seen the video, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's funny. It's absolutely funny. The talent that's in the video has been betrayed. Tom, you have been noticed worldwide with this video. Tell us how this whole thing came about and how you were casted and how the whole thing was written. Just everything you can about the video.
Well, first of all, as an actor, you don't ever not go to audition, or don't ever always consider something. You don't have to take every job, because sometimes it doesn't fit what you want to do.
Right.
But in this case, first of all, credit to Ralph O'Derna for writing that. Mm-hmm. He's a gifted writer, and he was taking a class.
Wait a minute, that's my friend on Facebook.
So
Ralph
He's
O'Derna?
official? Okay, he's not a creep. Okay, I'll talk to him more often. Oh my God.
Ralph
Make you
O'Derna
viral.
was in a class with Melissa Tucker, who stars in this. And Melissa Tucker, although she's a millennial, is very bright.
Yeah.
And statistically,
You already said it right there.
statistically, millennials really are a very good part of the population.
Oh,
But
okay.
because the parody was so well written,
Yeah.
it was as though it caused a firestorm on. So 8 million on YouTube, 8 million on Vimeo was only the beginning. It went crazy on Twitter and Facebook. When I've had some doubting Thomases, I've showed a picture on that I've got one of my Facebook feeds from 2 months ago, where on that one Facebook feed was 60.4 million views. So
Wow.
we
One
lost-
Facebook feed.
one of those, just one of those.
Yeah.
So anyway, he wrote this 10-minute movie that he was going to shoot, and he still might shoot the 10-minute movie. So I'm paying honor to him for a very important reason. He's the writer. He should be honored for that writing, because without
Right.
good writing, you just don't have this kind of a movie.
Absolutely.
So then Melissa was going to Dream Reach Media, which does demo reels for actors that want to pay a little bit more and get something really good. So his name's Daniel Brea. So Daniel had me work with projects, him in the past. And about 2 years ago, he said, Tom, I got this girl doing her demo reel, but the guy that was going to play her boss can't make it.
Okay.
Can't make it.
Okay.
Will you do it? I looked at it. Said, yeah, it looks good. I'll shoot it. So we shot it, and then he cut it into that 2-minute, 50-second demo reel. And I said, yeah, Tom, you get a copy of it too. I mean, dumb question. I'm in the reel. So I showed it to Mike Larson,
Mike Larson, okay.
who's
Good buddy
been
of
a
ours.
showrunner on 5 different television shows.
Right.
And Mike said to me, when did this air?
Huh.
I said, it's a demo reel. He said, get it up on Vimeo and YouTube. After 1 week, I was at Maria Save there on Riverside Drive and Colfax at coffee shop there. My phone rang about a week later, and Daniel said, hang on, it's at 78,000 in the first week.
In the first week.
So then Bob, 150, 300, a million. So then
ding, ding, ding,
it just went nuts.
That's how it happens. That's how videos go viral.
So whenever I'm around LA, I was in a Ralph's about 4 months ago, and I'm at Ralph's looking at something on the shelf, and pardon me, started me to get in your way. No. Are you the guy on that Millennial Job interview?
Stop.
And he was from Hallmark. Hallmark. And I said, wow, Stephen, nice to meet you. So then it's gone so viral that no matter where I go, I'll load it up on my phone and I'll show it to. Oh, I've seen it.
Yep.
Get out of here.
Relatives from the Midwest come out to visit over the holidays. Oh, Uncle Tom, show him the.
Now everybody wants to be
but
related.
but they see it. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Now I've got a lot of relatives. So that went so viral that a woman I've known for 15 years is also a producer here in town, and they were going to be doing this play that we just wrapped after 9 performances at the Gary Marshall Theater, formerly the Falcon Theater.
Wow.
And Leanne showed it to the writer of the play, Jan Miller-Coran, and the director of the play, Kate Johnson.
Right.
Sight unseen off that video, I got cast in the play with Barbara Niven, Ms. Hallmark Films.
Oh, my God.
John Kaplis, Greek actor out of Canada and the United States. Isabella Hoffman and John Kaplis were from Second City alumni.
Oh, awesome.
And then Carol Ida White, an amazing comedy actress, who used to be on Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
So we did this whole play, and I'm the newcomer, so to speak, in the play. And because of that, I've got a new theatrical agent.
Right. Wow.
And we weren't able to monetize it because of some situations that were going on with the writing and directing, but we weren't able to kind of get all those pieces put together.
Some good money.
But at one time, they were thinking about doing a episodic TV show with it. So it just is one of those lightning in the bottle things that happened to me, and now it's opened up some doors for me. So here I am as an older actor, probably going to get more work in the next 5 years than I got in the last 25
All
years.
from one video
All
that you
from
accidentally
got picked
got.
to be in.
You hear that? You hear that, guys? Because we're, on this show,
Very inspiring.
it's very inspiring. On this show, we write skits and videos all the time and things like that. So we are
And-
all hoping to, go
Right.
ahead.
So now the Stream Reach Media, I'm going tomorrow to do 2 more, a morning film and an afternoon film. Wow. That'll be my 6th additional demo reel with these actors that want me in their demo reel because of that Millennial.
Wow.
So
Nice.
that's improving my dramatic reel, my comedy reel, and Pat Battistini, who I've done movies with, he's going to make me a comedy reel, a drama reel, and a Lincoln reel because I play Lincoln.
Awesome.
Because you play Lincoln. Right. Absolutely.
But that's really kind of the thumbnail of how things just exploded.
Wow.
And we're riding the wave of that, and it's still out there.
I hear more about this Lincoln thing.
Yeah.
What exactly? Now that you say it, I'm like, I could see you in
Well-
the top hat.
Well, it's really funny because in 1999, I
Sounds
go to
boring already. I'm sorry, go ahead.
a USC grad project. So Rob Markopoulos, he said, "You're going to play Lincoln in my comedy short," and I was unshaven, and I said, I went like this, and he said, "Wait till you see yourself in makeup."
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought I looked like Ryan Gosling. So I was like,
Ryan
He's a
Gosling.
comedian.
no,
Ryan
that's
Gosling
a,
is
that's
a
how
great
you.
kid.
That's a good laugh at.
You're adorable, Tom.
He is adorable. He is
So
adorable.
No, 'cause Ryan can get it if he listening.
Now I'm going into my 20th year playing Lincoln. At the turn of the year, it'll be my 21st year playing Lincoln.
Nice.
Four score.
I've seen him.
5 years.
He looks so much like Lincoln too, with the mole
Now,
and
now I
everything.
can't unsee it.
Yeah. Because Tom, you're Greek, right? So you have those.
I'm a Greek man. Yes, that's correct.
You're a Greek mind. You have those Greek features, those strong. Because Lincoln had those strong facial, that chiseled face and everything like that. But Lincoln was a little more handsome than you.
Fuck you.
In his Greek accent.
In his younger
How do you
days.
say that in Greek or
Well,
whatever? Like,
well,
wait,
it's-
what's the language when you're in Greek?
It's Greek. It's Greek.
Okay.
So my mom used to pray. She would be Spanish. She'd be swearing a lot, and she'd say things I can't say them on there. She'd say these swear words. I'd say, "Mother, stop." I was going to ask her. She's shut up. Don't ask me because she'd swear in Greek.
Right.
Like in Greek, you can tell somebody to go to hell. You say, "I still yellow."
Oh, okay.
Go to hell.
I still yellow.
I still yellow. Or if you say to somebody, Nakathis. I don't know exactly what it is. Nakathis. The Italians.
But
and
with the
Greek.
face, like, Nakathis, I'd be
with
like, what did he
Nakathis.
say?
Well, you know how they
You just call me
ethnics
nigger?
are.
Like, right.
But
The only thing I know about Greek
Feta
Hollywood
cheese
is that-
and yogurt. I'm
and
sorry,
my
I'm
big
so
fat
ignorant.
Greek wedding, right? Is that-
Windex. You spray Windex on everything. Yeah.
Right, exactly. That's my only
So
knowledge
ignorant.
of Greek.
Oh
stuff.
wait, I ate a hero once, or am I pronouncing it right?
Gyro.
A hero.
Gyro.
Do you know all my years in New York? I had no idea I was pronouncing it wrong. We call it a fucking gyro.
Gyro.
I'm
Gyro.
so
Yeah, gyro.
a gyro.
Guru.
I came out here and heard I was pronouncing it wrong. And all those years in New York, we
You
were
know
like,
why?
let me get a
But you
gyro
gotta be
with
Greek.
extra
It's got
sauce.
to be Greek. It's gyro.
Hero.
No, gyro.
Gyro.
Like, there you go.
Oh,
There you go.
gyro.
Like
Not
you're
I
gonna
thought it was
say-
hot.
Like you're gonna
Gyro.
say, like you're gonna say,
Timmy, you got some Greek in you?
gyro.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'd love some.
You like some? You like some Greek? We can hook you and Tom up after.
Chicka wow,
About
wow.
4 inches.
4 inches of Greek.
So
Thanks
thanks for asking about that.
Oh, no problem.
That's really cool.
Tommy, let them know you have a theatrical production coming up. Let the
It
people know.
all
that's
wrapped, and somebody didn't come to the play. Somebody that I'm
Franklin.
making eye contact with right now.
kidding me. It wrapped.
Huh?
I thought it. I didn't know. Tommy, you didn't
depend on
remind
Jonah.
me.
It wasn't like a theatrical release where it's everywhere in the world.
Oh, I hate that.
But it was live. They built the
really
stage.
hate
And the
for it.
Academy Award goes to you for fakest fucking
yeah,
I'm sorry
yeah,
it's
face
full of shit.
ever.
Nice
I'm
act.
so. I really.
Right, Tina.
See that?
I even got the whole
love
email
it.
about it. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Tom, punch him in the face.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what's for lunch? No, I'm just. Oh no, I really hate that I missed that, Tom.
But it was a
No, he
great
doesn't.
experience. It was a great,
He cares
learning,
more about Sonic than
learning,
he does,
learning all that blocking and the lines and doing something live each night with the audience. There's nothing like live performing. It's
magical.
Oh, I love it. I love it every time I
nothing matches
performed it.
it,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's the greatest thrill. It is the
It
greatest
is, it
rush.
really-
It's up there with
And
sex.
the nervousness, the nervousness
Now you know you're
feel
lying.
when you're off stage, ready to make your not so much later in the play, but your very first entrance and your
Yeah.
very first scene. You're there, and back in the 1900s, in the early 1900s, there was a famous actress named Helen
John
Hayes.
Wilkes Booth. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Lincoln, I'm sorry.
Helen Hayes was the kind of the Meryl Streep of her era.
Right.
And they said, "Do you get nervous?" She said, "If you don't get nervous, there's something wrong with you." She said, "Everybody gets butterflies. I get mine to fly in formation."
I like that. I know when I did theater. Has anyone here at the table ever done theater? No. So when I've done theater, Tom,
Cleaning the
if you
theater
mess
doesn't
up-
cleaning the theater doesn't count. So
No, it doesn't count. So you don't qualify. No, when I did theater, and we're not talking about porn theaters either. So when I did theater, you can't mess up. That's the thing. You cannot. If you mess up a line, you better clear it up. You better clean it up, or hopefully
You
you
can
have
throw
Go
if you
kill
don't give somebody the right
yourself.
cue.
Yeah.
If you don't give somebody the right cue, they might throw them off, and they'll look at you like.
exactly.
You know what they call that in theater?
What's that?
Going up.
Going up. When
you hear an actor say, "I went up in that scene," it's a good thing you reminded me what to say. You go up like, "Where the hell am I?
Right.
I know I'm on a stage. It's my line." And by the way, I still have the actor's dream.
Yeah.
In the actor's dream, Tina and I are in a scene. She's saying her lines, and my playbook is my back pocket, and I haven't read the script yet. So I'm on stage with her, and she's saying, and I'm going,
I've had that dream. Where I'm on stage and I don't remember my lines.
Right.
And I'm lost, and that is the scariest feeling.
that actually
Every actor has that dream.
That
right?
happened. That actually happened.
Yeah, it's happened on the show many times.
it's just called the actor's dream. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm an actor. No.
Well, you are. Franklin, by the way, is being modest mentality fans because he has done movie work before, and he's really a natural actor. And I've seen some of your work, so you are a good actor,
Tommy.
Franklin.
Thank you, Tommy. I
Hey,
appreciate
That
these fuckers.
porn was really good.
You know,
I like the way they
pretended-
folded. I like the way they folded in that dick.
Well, I act like it's acting. I act like as if I have a large penis. But I have a confession to make, everyone. This is our 85th
Micro-penis.
episode, and I do have a large penis. So, all right, let's get into it. So, Tommy, so good to have you here today. We have so much to talk about, so much to get into.
Thank you.
And you are here for a specific reason. One, you're my friend. Two, you're an interesting person. We always
said I
love
was
having
your
you on
friend?
your
I've got
I was
a
acting. It's called
Nobody's
acting.
his friend.
I'm an actor. So, and you're just a super entertaining person.
Oh,
so,
thank you very much.
And then we have you here for this other specific reason that I sort of introduced earlier, where we're going to talk about one generation versus another generation. That's why we have this person on the show I have not introduced yet, because he's our intern here. I guess I should go ahead and introduce him as well. It's kind of rude that I didn't. Please welcome to the show, Mr. David. Please welcome to the show, David.
Thank you.
Hi, David.
Yes. I know that was messed up. I know. David's our intern. He's also a millennial, so he is going to represent all millennials out there. He has a few questions he's going to ask our baby boomer, Mr. Tom Katsis. So Tom Katsis is going to represent the baby boomer generation versus the millennial generation that David is representing. And we're going to get into that in just a second. That's the meat and potatoes of our show. But before we get into any of that, as you know, we always talk about anything and everything on this show. Okay, anything and everything on this show. I mean, everything from Tech C being an avid vapist to Vato V's book on how to be a rapist. We are going to talk about that today, too.
Wait a minute.
How to be the proper rapist.
Yes.
Now that we closed it that way.
Right.
Yes,
Yes.
rapist.
That's right. So we're going to talk about all that today. What else we going to talk about, Vato? That was one of my best ones.
From the room being filled with testosterone and spectacles.
Start all over. You fucked up the flow.
I'm laughing at this. From the room being filled with testosterone and
He
you see
is
this?
rubbing
He's fucking up. You
Vato's
see this?
leg.
He's
I am not rubbing his leg.
What
What are you
grabbed his
talking
nut.
about?
He did rub his leg. I
I did not rub his leg. What are you talking
I want
about?
to rub my
I
nuts.
scratched my leg.
Wow, wow.
I was scratching my balls.
From this room being filled with testosterone and spectacles.
Spectacles.
Next.
to our intern David's face, looking like my hairy testicles.
It's talking about you, David. You got to get on it, man. Tech C, what are we going to talk about, buddy?
From here on the show and things that happen all the time to fuck a rhyme. Man.
That's how I feel today.
You had a bad week, remember? You didn't put that in there.
You don't care.
You fucked up, sir. Okay, anyway. Tina, what are we going to talk about today? Fuck around.
I
Actor's
will
dream.
not eat
Fuck
green
around.
eggs and ham. I will not eat it in a can. That's a rhyme.
You said you had a run. All right,
That's
okay.
a
I'm going to start
rhyme.
skipping you. I was going to skip you this week. We're going to start skipping you on the
Ooh,
rhymes.
that sounds kinky.
Oh, really?
Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
Oh, yeah. We're going to skip you.
Skip me, daddy.
Skip you, huh? Is that what you want?
Ooh,
You want
wait
that
till 6
cock to skip you? See, I'm sorry.
White porn.
Why do white guys...
Let's film this porn. Come on.
Tom, you're a resident white guy since we don't have Scully on today. What is with the word cock?
And
Cock.
cunt. They love cunt and cock.
Cock and cunt, right? What is it? The C's? Is it the thing with the
What-
C's?
I think it's yeah, it's that energy.
Has a cock thing about it.
Yeah, the energy of it.
Is that a Greek thing or a white thing?
You know, I think you know why it first came, why it even came out.
He's
to
so
be that
old, he
word.
probably knows the origin of that.
When I told Eve to leave Adam, she got pissed off. She got pissed when I said, you know, quit
Oh
hanging
my
out.
gosh!
You cunt.
You know, my man Tom is this guy. We play basketball together every week, and he's out there out rebounding, out jumping, out hopping, out running, out fucking, all kinds of stuff.
The black man.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't say me. I'm saying other guys. You know, so, but
they
he's
rub
just the
against
man.
each other.
Tom is just. He's
You got to keep in mind though that I've been very blessed with good health, and if
Yes.
you keep moving when you're older, and
stretching.
literally weightlift for your connective tissue. I don't do heavy weightlifting, but when I play basketball, I stretch and I lift weights to keep my
Yes.
connective tissue strong.
Yeah.
Because if you don't keep working out, you can get older really quick. I mean, I've got friends of mine in their 60s that are like really just
Walking
barely
like a
moving
cane.
around. They're not moving around. They won't get off the sofa and go walking. The guys like some of the guys on the basketball team have told me,
Right.
They said, Tom, I can't get my dad off the sofa, and he's only 60.
right. We can't
Because
get
they're
Tech C
watching-
off the sofa. He's only 40s. I mean, it doesn't matter what age you are. You know, it happens. I hear what you're saying, though. You're absolutely right. I
Use
turn
it
a
or you
man
lose
of a,
it.
I'm a man of a certain.
right.
Yeah, I'm a
That's
man
right.
of a certain age, and I'm starting to feel that. I tell you that. What they call it.
ED.
Are you doing the grunt when you
Attrition.
get up or sit down? Like,
Oh my gosh!
no.
Oh, Tom and I will play basketball together, and we'll have lunch, and we'll sit down for like 45 minutes, and it is so hard to get up
Yeah, it
without
is.
grunting
Yeah,
and
after
just.
playing.
Oh
We're
my gosh!
After
if you
running.
jump up, you may pop something.
Yeah.
You're like,
When you're in your 40s, you can pop something pouring a box of cereal.
Yeah, seriously.
It don't matter how old you are. So let's go ahead and get into this, the moment you've been waiting for, the meat and potatoes of the show. All right, now with all this talk about millennials lately, there's been a huge debate going on about which generation born after the 1940s, the greatest generation, is the best, okay? Well, with most of us here being Generation X, I'm sure we all have our opinion on what the greatest generation is, right? Okay, because we're Generation X, so anybody got anything to say about that? I got something for you. I'm about that.
You know, about that life.
About that life.
Is that the best one after the? Is that the?
Generation X?
Yeah, is that the one?
I think so because I'm in that generation, but others would say not. Baby boomers, millennials. Most of these fucking millennials think they're the greatest generation. But we're gonna find out today. We're gonna find that out today.
It might be the Gen Zs that are now going to college.
Might be the Gen Zs. Might be the silent generation. They just haven't said anything yet.
Right.
So let's get into this whole thing here, okay? In your opinion, guys, let me ask you this at the table. Which and then we're going to get into the debate between the millennials and the baby boomers. Can't wait. The big fight is coming up, okay? In your opinion, what generation do you guys consider to be the best generation, okay?
Other than the people that fought through the war and all that kind of thing.
Other than the people, that they consider the greatest generation who fought, the people born between the 1920s and the 40s. That whole
World War II,
the Great Depression. They had to deal with all that stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
that's true.
I couldn't really say which I consider the best without obviously being biased, but I am jealous of the millennials. Like they
really
no. Okay, think
We're
about
the best.
school. They have cell phones and calculators
do.
and things like that on their phone.
They have instant porn.
Instant
Oh my
porn.
gosh! Yes, if I had that
But
when I was a
when
teenager.
I had to do a book report, my brother would have to reluctantly take me down to the library,
right.
and then I pull out those encyclopedias. Remember the microfilm?
Notes.
Yes.
That thing, and put quarters in and make copies of all these
That's
pages
right.
from the
Yes.
encyclopedia, and then go home and compile my.
That's a
and
great
do the
point.
work.
Handwrite your
And
shit.
these guys
Yeah.
are just
Remember that? You'd write them in
on the toilet
And-
googling
Right.
this stuff.
Or use a typewriter. Do you know what a typewriter is?
No, yes,
what a
I
typewriter
had
is.
to
One
do
in my life.
typewriter, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I am kind of jealous that they have
That's
that.
a great
that-
point.
You know what though?
That
You know what though?
But that's not the greatest
The cell phone
generation.
has
No, I was just saying I'm jealous.
Okay.
has dumbified a lot of people because I
It
went
has.
to,
It
does.
I went to McDonald's one day and I was like, it was like $12
Of course,
and like
of course he
and
went
some
to
change.
McDonald's one day.
Oh, and then you give them the change.
And I gave them the change and they're like,
He gave you the change.
she gets her
back.
cell phone and she does the math and she's like, but I still don't believe that. And I'm like, you don't believe your damn phone?
What?
She's like, yeah.
She didn't use her cash register for the change?
No, because she had the transaction was already done. She was using your phone. And
So you
Yeah,
gave her
like,
enough-
so
you
if
gave
it's-
her- you gave
yeah,
her a
so
page
if it's
to- you
like
gave her the exact
9,
page?
yeah.
I gave her the dollar amount and then the change, and then I gave.
So they only give you dollars
Oh,
back,
yeah.
so you don't
just
get
all
change
bells
back.
Right.
Yeah, so she didn't get it.
She's like, what is that?
I've had
couldn't
someone do that and then still gave me like the change back, and I was like, "What the fuck?" That's why I gave you the dimes.
Right,
You just give me
right,
$1.
that's
It was
right.
90 cents, and they do be stuck.
That's a great point you make, Tina. How now I'm kind of you're right. The
jealous.
millennials, they got everything. I mean, like I said, of course, the instant porn. I'm really jealous about that. If I had
First,
that,
wait. You didn't have your own TV till you were like grown. They be
Yeah.
having
No.
cell phones at 7.
Yeah.
I couldn't have my own radio.
Right,
That's true.
exactly. And if I wanted to call my girlfriends, I had to get in a phone booth sometimes.
Yeah.
Put a dime in
You know
this
what I wanted
booth.
Wait
so
in a
bad as a kid? I
line.
wanted one of those like they had the little TVs there, little handheld TVs, little tiny ones, they're
right.
black and white.
Yeah.
I wanted one so bad, man, but
Oh,
never
the
got
little
one.
ones? Yeah, yeah.
I never got one. I was a kid. And I
Oh,
wanted
these
one.
Millennials
kids
look at that
just
today and they're
get-
like, "What is what
is that?
Can I keep my door open with this?"
Yeah.
You get like
Well, door
4K
stompers.
video on this shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
in the mid to late 80s, you know, when I was doing insurance in San Diego, I'd have to pull over and find a phone booth to make sure that the appointment was going to be there when I got to see them.
Right.
Now you just
And then
pick
you had to look for a
Right.
phone. But you saying it like they're just on the side of the road. You had to
Right.
get off
Yeah,
and
and
look
look
for
Look
the
for a phone. Oh, and don't forget this navigation.
Exactly.
You need to get somewhere.
Thomas
We had Thomas
Brothers.
guys,
Thomas
Thomas
guys.
Brothers,
No,
and,
the
and,
dumbass
and
guys.
Mexicans. We had to pull over and ask, and put our lives in danger just to know where the 405 is.
You're racist.
Yeah,
Alfred.
You are.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
We all
Asian
are.
people. You just and you guys have this on your phone. You
Yeah.
have
And I
it.
don't think they take.
GPS,
I don't,
yes.
I don't think they,
don't
realize
realize-
how
they don't,
blessed.
Tina.
So that's why I resent them.
You know how I
That's a
used
good
to.
point,
You know how I used
That's a
to
good
get
point.
my information. Like when I used to get my navigation, you call. Where do you live at, bro? Hey, you're gonna go down to the McDonald's.
Yes.
Then make a right.
Yes,
as soon as you
right.
hit the laundromat, you make another
That's right.
on this particular
That's
street.
You see the
and then you're
Burger
there.
King,
There
you went
go.
too far,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
back
you gotta
up
come
to the
back.
tire
That's
place.
what you do, bro.
That's right.
And then
They
if you
say
make the
that.
wrong turn, now you like, oh, you got to call them. I'm sorry, I turned left instead of turning
Oh
right.
no, you
Now I
couldn't
gotta-
call them because you had to get
Oh,
out and
yeah.
find a payphone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
When
right.
I was young, we used to have
So-
parties, and they'd say the map point. Go to the map point to get the map to the party. So they'd be like, go to McDonald's on Valley and whatever, and then you show up to, and there's a guy there handing the flyer out with the
Get
map.
the
Oh, that's
fuck
right.
out
so,
up here.
So we get the map and we drive to the party.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
That's
the
the
other
map
thing
point.
about smartphones now, when you have a smartphone, I'll go to like the Starbucks on It's on Noble, right below Sepulveda. It's open until 12:30 on Ventura Boulevard. So I'll go there and hang out with some of my friends, and I'll get in the car, and my phone says, "You're 7 minutes." I'm not fucking going home right now. I'm going to Ralph's to get some milk and some cereal. Oh, pardon me. We thought you should going down. But it knows right where you are. If you know.
Exactly.
And how much Facebook and these other people know what are. If you Google something, then you Google something again, it'll show you 8 other articles about what you looked up earlier.
Right, exactly.
It's knowing your preferences.
It's knowing your preferences. Yeah, and you have Siri. We didn't have Siri. I had nobody.
Nobody. Because if you ask your mama, she'd be like, go look it up. I'm like, go look it up. How do you spell anything? Go look it up.
I had nobody.
I had nobody. I was alone. I was suicidal.
Franklin gets down at the Starbucks and says, "You got nothing."
That's how it is now. Siri won't even talk to me, man. It's crazy, man.
It's you, Delano. You won't even talk to me.
You know what's funny to me? I bet you somewhere in 1992, 1993, some guy, smart-ass guy who thought he was smart, probably went to his buddy and said, "You know what? I think I'm going to get into this great business and make some really good money. I think I'm going to get into the phone booth business." What do you think that fucker is today? Right?
Oh, my God.
The newspaper business, right?
Well, I can't wait to hear you guys go at it.
Yes, so let's get into it.
Do I get the boxing gloves out?
Yes, it's like ding, 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 ding,
Right?
ding.
We'll ask questions.
The moment is here. So to solve this debate between the greatest generation, all right, we already gave our
And
point,
these
Generation
little
X.
sucker-ass babies that are complaining and they're triggered about everything. Go ahead, David.
Well, we're going to go ahead and solve this debate. We have 2 people here today. We have a millennial, David, between the ages of 23 and 38. We won't say his age, okay? And then we have a baby boomer, Mr. Tom, born between 1944 and 1964. We'll just say that right there. So,
Well, okay.
we're not going to, we'll go with that, right? We're not going to say the ages. So, gentlemen, my question to you before we get into the Q&A, between you 2, which one, and make your point, you have like 2 minutes each or whatever, a minute each to make your point. Which one is the best generation? You have the floor.
You can go ahead first.
Why? Because he's older? That's disrespectful.
He said age before beauty.
There you go.
I gotta respect my elders, so
Thank you, David. Well, I think it's going to be a real close because Tina pointed out there's a lot of advantages about when you're born, what you've got at your disposal, and how you use it. Because first of all, with millennials, they'll change jobs more for a better opportunity than a baby boomer might stay in a job way too long past when they should. I think the advantage to the baby boomer might be that maybe because we're older, life experiences, and everybody has them until the day you die, and maybe we're a bit wiser. Millennials are going to be getting really wise pretty quickly, but I'd give the edge to us just on life experiences.
I agree.
There you go. That's okay. One for the baby boomers right there.
that's
Boom.
That's pretty valid.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, what's your point, Mr. Millennial?
I'm gonna be biased and say millennials are the best, man. We have everything at our hands. Anything you want on your phone. Everything you need on your phone.
Music. First of all, okay, if we wanted to hear a certain song, we had to like go buy that album.
I don't mind that thing.
He could just pull up title right now and just guess any
Spotify.
song. Like I want to listen to the Force MDs, and he could download that song and play that right now. Like,
So David, you're saying if you want experience, you just ask Google.
Ask Siri. Those
Yeah,
show
you
me
just
tell
ask
me
Siri.
about the war.
Like millennials.
How to be a man? Well, you touch yourself at night between 2 and 4. I don't know.
We don't want to hear about your personal life.
Hey, Siri taught me a lot of things. Let's put it that way.
So your argument is that it's better because of technology? Yeah, man. Technology is everything.
You have more experience regarding technology.
Until the mother chip fails.
Because
then I'm screwed, man. I'm gonna die like within a day.
Tom actually texted me yesterday on how to put a picture on IG. So I'm sure that's something you can do in your sleep. Am I right? Am I right,
that,
David?
man.
Yeah. See. So there's some.
Gaga.
Tommy, he makes a good point. So we're gonna put technology here because that's the thing now,
and it's the future.
It's the future, exactly. Keep in mind, one day you're gonna be a past generation, and there's going to be
I know, man.
things you're not going to know.
If I lose this today, this contest, I'm going to go home and watch my black and white TV
It's missing a bulb.
Never even seen that.
with those tubes in the back.
the tube in the back.
The aluminum, the foil, and stuff.
Before they get the signal.
Yeah. Stand right there.
So now here's how we're going to really get into this. Okay. So, Tommy, our millennial here, our
He's going to
resident
ask me
millennial,
questions first?
He's going to ask you questions, and you are going to answer those questions, and then you can ask him a series of questions that you want to know about his generation that you're curious about, and then we can go from there. We're going to just sit back, and maybe if we have some things to say or we have some clarifications, we're gonna put our 2 cents in. So, David, you, my man, have the floor. What would you like to know about the baby boomer generation? Here's your opportunity to ask.
This
Go
is my
ahead.
biggest question I've always wanted to ask an elder.
That's true. That's true.
Ooh, shots fired.
When do I get my senior discount at the strip clubs?
If you've got the money, you get it at any age. But if you're going to be, as you grow older, wanting to dine at the fine Denny's restaurant, that he talked about, 55 and over.
55 and over.
55 and older?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Siri, she knows that. So she can let you know that, right?
Probably. I should have asked Siri. Yeah.
That's a great question.
And then I have a couple other ones.
Go for it.
So another one is, how old am I when I get questioned about if my girlfriend is my daughter?
Well, that would be if you actually even got into your mid-30s and you were dating a girl 16, 17, 18, or let's say 18.
That's illegal.
Legally. Never mind. Never mind.
He's so old, it was normal then.
Forget about my first cousins. We're not talking about that.
Shirley Lewis.
Hey, that's how we do it in Arkansas.
right.
That's how we do it.
So I think mid to late 30s, you could start getting like, hey, was that girl old enough to be with
That's true.
That's very true.
That's true. 40, especially in your 40s, girls start looking at you as you start getting that sugar daddy status.
Once you-
You know what I mean?
To a 21-year-old. Yeah.
But the time, how good you feel when people ask you. Yeah, I got this 21-year-old.
Yeah. Fuck
But you
yeah.
have a lot of guys who run with that sugar daddy thing. They're like, yeah, I'm 40. I know that's the only way I can get it. And you work hard all your life, David, to get to that status financially, so you can have young 21-year-old girls who don't have shit or haven't, gotten shit in life yet, to depend on you to, give them certain things so you can get what you want. I haven't hit that. I haven't had to do that yet.
You're getting close.
I'm getting
He'll
close,
be
man.
there.
Oh, that's gonna suck. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. The sad part is I'm not gonna be able to afford that. No, I'm good. So all you 21-year-olds, if you want that Dooney and Burke, talk to me in about 2 or 3 years.
Dooney and Burke.
What's the thing now? I don't know what.
Oh my
what's the hot thing now? What's the hot
Dooney
thing
and Burke
now?
is for grandmothers.
What's the hot thing?
Can I ask
now?
a question?
Oh my God, I can't even say that. Great grandmothers.
What's the question?
Who's more likely to drive a Prius?
Ooh,
Oh, shit.
It'd be the baby boomer.
the baby boomer. I agree.
I think it's a millennial.
care Well,
I don't
There's
know
a lot of
millennials.
millennials that I've seen.
yeah.
that live in a lot of those
It's
Priuses.
kind of
into
even,
the,
huh?
Yeah, they're into the Earth and
Well, of course.
Yeah.
I think
Planet.
I think you're right about that. That would give the edge to their awareness that the planet is heating up. It really
is.
When 97% of the scientists say it's heating up, and the 3% that are being paid by the right-wing Republican Party say that it's not, who are you going to believe? You're going to believe the people that are the real scientists.
You know what? I got to give I'm sorry. I have to give millennials credit for this, because Generation X, we didn't give a fuck about the Earth.
That's what we're here.
Throwing shit out the
guys
window.
fucked
We
up,
still
man.
kind of do it right now.
I was like, Earth Day. What
Yeah,
the
Earth
fuck
Day,
is
right.
that shit?
Oh yeah, it is my birthday.
Earth Day.
Yeah. So millennials, they care very much about the environment and where the Earth is going, and for future generations, and they're fighting for that cause.
You
So
know,
I
there's
give-
only 1 or 2 glaciers that are still expanding. All of the glaciers in the Arctic and Antarctic are all
Melting.
Breaking
melting,
up.
Yeah.
and calving when they all fall. They've shown videos of one glacier. It was calving. It would have been the Manhattan skyline that fell into the ocean.
Wow.
The Manhattan skyline.
crazy.
That's how much ice fell into the ocean.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And that's why
The
I say
baby
the water
boom-
levels are moving up.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Do baby boomers care about this now, since they're not going to be on the
of
Earth too much longer?
Well, in our final few days, we'll give a shit.
For the kid. For the
else you got,
children.
For the millennials.
Yeah, that's what else you got, David? I'm sorry.
I've been wanting this since I was a little baby boy. When do
2
my
years
balls
ago.
Last
drop?
year.
Yeah.
When the what?
When do my balls drop?
David, I think for you next week. Or
Yeah, they haven't done, man. I've been wondering why.
Keep
they
it
Yeah,
tight,
I
David.
heard older people sit on their
Keep 'em tight.
balls.
oh,
By
my
accident?
God. Wow.
I don't think Tom's that old.
That'd be a catastrophe.
Ooh, a cock-tastrophe.
Why are you asking? Because you tie paraphernalia to your balls, or is it another reason? Why do you ask that
He
question?
tucks.
I don't know, man.
No, that is a
He's a
real
tucker.
good valid question for all these sugar
got me wondering
babies
about
that
that.
want a sugar daddy. Their balls drop sometimes, but it may make it easier for them to lower it into their mouth.
Teabag.
Teabag.
That's the real
But go
meaning of
ahead,
teabag
David.
when you
More
got some drop
disrespectful
balls.
questions.
I don't want to. Who calling you right now? You tell
My
me. Tell me.
sister.
You tell me we got a show going on.
My sister,
That's what you tell him. You understand?
is
You understand?
calling me.
I'm possessive when it comes to Tina. You know.
No.
You know who the fuck is Ralph?
It's a supermarket, Daddy.
yeah. You who the fuck is Aaron? I'm running errands. Okay, so anyway, so go ahead, David. What other questions? I'm sure you have plenty of questions for Tom.
Yeah. What
We got about 6 more minutes, and then we have actually, Dave, we have
station
about
manager.
maybe 1 or 2 more questions. Then Tom has some questions for you.
At what age can I stop going to Hooters?
Yeah, what age do you?
I think Hooters has a
All ages.
policy that if you don't touch them, you can go your entire lifetime.
And then you have one more question, a
have a kid-
MySpace question.
They have a kids menu.
So I heard about this thing called MySpace. I've never seen or heard about it, and I was wondering is MySpace like where fat people go to actually get space, or is it like
You mean before he didn't know about MySpace originally being before Facebook and all that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he
My
thought that was a
friend
place for
used Facebook, man.
He
claustrophobic
was
people. Or something.
7.
It's when you go to your girlfriend's house and you say, "Where's MySpace in the closet?" All her dresses are in there.
That's right. That's for KC.
I got some questions for you, young man.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
You know the original
okay.
from MySpace is named Tom too.
So I'm going to go on this life. I'm going to throw some life experience stuff at him a little bit. So
There you
you'll
Yes.
see what-
Yes.
Beautiful.
I'm not ready.
And how he knows history.
Yes.
David, what do you think is the longest war we've ever had as a nation?
You know that shit.
Shit, man. I don't
Shots
know, like,
fired.
freaking a year, or like 5 years. I don't
He
know.
said, okay, he said 5 years.
The answer.
That would have been about like the Civil War was about 4.5 years.
Right.
The World War I and II were both about 4
About 5
years.
years.
Right.
But this Iraq war, we've been in it for over 18 years.
18 years.
And nothing's been accomplished except men and women giving their lives and killing a lot of people of
It's a
of
business
other
war,
nations.
that's why.
Yeah.
How you like that, millennial?
But David, do you care?
We got an
honest,
excited.
the walls are
AC in
talking
the
here.
background.
I didn't even know that
Go
shit
ahead,
happened.
Tom.
But do you care?
Said I didn't even
yeah,
know that
man.
shit happened.
Be honest.
David,
Sure.
You don't
He
give a
said
fuck.
sure.
One of,
Sure, man, whatever.
Sure. Okay.
David,
Just
here's
Same with the rest of the
one
millennials.
of the
Tom
viewers,
has some more questions.
one of
Yes,
the
sir.
one of the viewers says, "Don't Google it, David. Don't Google it."
I was ready to ask Siri.
David, do you have a wristwatch with a sweep hand?
What's the what?
Got a sweep hand. He don't even know what that is.
You know,
I have an Apple Watch.
that's real. That's real talk right
It's one
there.
of those since I
That was
was a
a
kid.
real
You
moment.
just learned a
This
word.
was not rehearsed, y'all. They did not know these questions before the show, by the way. This was not rehearsed.
Oh, give me some
He
more.
said, "What the fuck?"
David,
What is a sweep
That was
hand?
so cute.
David,
Yeah.
can you drive a stick shift?
We're not talking
I
about
actually
gay.
can. I love stick shift cars.
Okay. All right. One for the millennials.
He's Hispanic, and they
yeah.
have to
I do
learn how to
everything,
steal
dude.
every car. That doesn't
Y'all said
count.
I'm racist. Y'all said I'm racist.
Where's the coat hanger, Tina?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just well, since we're talking about Mexicans.
Yeah. What else you got to say?
David, what does it mean if you go Dutch on a date?
I assume you go to the restroom and get out the window. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know where the Dutch people are.
So these are wonderful questions.
Wait. He said, I don't even know where the Dutch people are from.
Maybe Dutch? Bonavide, you know?
Going Dutch?
Yeah.
You split that in half, baby.
What?
You split it in half, baby. That's
Oh.
what you do.
Going halfsies.
I need to learn that
What
one,
Texie and I do all the time before lunch. Before,
All right.
shows, we go halfsies.
David, what is serial monogamy?
Ooh.
I eat cereal. That's about it. That's all I got for you.
This is perfect.
This is perfect, man. I tell you, this was not rehearsed.
I don't even know how to spell
All
monogamy.
right. I'll let Texie handle that one. What is serial? What is serial monogamy?
Serial monogamy. Can
When
I
you
answer
eat
that?
the same cereal every day.
Called monogamy. No,
Actually,
no, it's
she's giving the answer too.
yeah. I know what it is.
Okay,
I know
what
what
is
it is.
it? What is it?
It means when you're basically with one person and one person only for pretty much most of your life.
No,
Yeah.
no.
In every relationship you've been in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Serial monogamy means I was with her for 5 years. I was with her for 4 months. You're always only with that person during that run of the monogamy.
Right. So
you didn't even know.
All right, well, hey, I came close to it. So I'm sorry. Looks like we got to go ahead and end this thing. My producer.
One more question. What you asked?
I got one last.
minute.
No, I'm going to get yelled at. Guys, I'm
Whatever.
sorry. We got to go ahead and end it. Hey, pretty much that is our show, folks. We do this thing called Mexican Word of the Week. Hey, so before we end this thing, Tom, that was great. That was great. Tom, in like 20 seconds, is there any last thing you'd like to let the folks know about you, what's upcoming and what you have going on? Or
Thank you,
that?
Frank. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got a movie on Amazon Prime. It's called Heavenly Deposit.
Nice.
I'm co-starring in the film. It's Christian-based, really an awesome film, and it's really well acted, well directed. And then the fact that I got that new theatrical agent means I hopefully will get more auditions for
Yes,
film
you
and
will.
television.
Yes, you will. You're a talented, good-looking young man. You represented baby boomers very well. All right, we do this thing called Mexican Word of the Week with Vato V. What is our Mexican Word of the Week, buddy?
Gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea. How is gonorrhea our Mexican Word of the Week?
My lady sister said, "It burns when it pee." Hopefully, she gonna realize that something is wrong.
All right, that was our show, folks. www.thementalityshow.com. Past episodes on YouTube. LATalkRadio.com. Facebook Live catches on iTunes, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and what else, Texie? Spotify. We are on that thing, too, anywhere you get your podcast. From Delano, Tina, KC, who's in the background there, David, our intern, Tech C, Vato V, and our special guest, Tom Katsis. Remember, folks, in life, you're good, but with our help, you could be the best. We'll see you next week.
Subscribe to YouTube.
Subscribe,
baby.
Shoot to.
You're listening to The Mentality Show, only on LA Talk Radio.